Good morning. Jenny at Masterteacher again here today. And today I'd like to talk to you about charisma. Have you got it? Are you a teacher with charisma? Because that's what you need to be a teacher. You need at least a fair dose of it. Because to be honest, it's not, you can have the best intentions in the world, but if you don't have an engaging personality and you're not a person who deals well with people, if you are not a person, don't go teaching, because teaching's a people job. It's a people occupation, and you need to be really good at talking to people and really good at listening to people. And also, you have to have the kind of expressive being that engages people in listening to what you're saying or what you want them to do or into thinking. So all of those things come to some extent with a link from you. So you can be a motivating factor in a child's learning, or you can be a barrier. If you're boring, you're a barrier. So try not to be boring, trying to find the things that you are passionate about, because I know it's difficult just to be engaging and motivating and all those things and have charisma. Not everybody has the same sort of charisma, but usually when you're talking about something you're passionate about, you have some charisma, and it brings out something in your personality that is not obvious to other people, or is not obvious to yourself and not obvious to other people all the time, but it brings out the light in your eyes. It makes you shine, and it makes you more attractive to people to listen to. So you really need to show that you have the passion. And if the kids think that what you're talking about is something that you're passionate about, they will see a reason. They will think to themselves, well, Miss whoever you are, or Mr. whoever you are, has got the bug for this, and there must be something in it, because I really like my teacher and I respect my teacher, and that person's got some interest in this, so maybe they can teach me something and I'll find something out. This could be quite interesting. So give them a reason for learning, and one of the reasons can be your own interest. Now, another thing about charisma, and that is, get more expressive, practice being more expressive. Don't just expect your normal, ordinary personality to come across. It won't. It's like YouTube. You can't just get on YouTube and do the same thing every time. And I've been doing that a bit, mainly because I haven't been very well lately. But actually, you need to get on and you need to show that you have a different way of thinking about things. You don't always think exactly the same way. You need to have facial expressions. You need to have the ways of expressing yourself in terms of the tone that you use and the kind of speech that you use. You can use your hands if you want to. Actually, in a classroom, that's quite a useful thing to do, but put them down when you want them to listen, so that they're not just watching your hands. The other thing is to engage them with your eyes. Look them straight in the eye and make one person at a time listen. You will be very surprised to see that actually the kids will laugh, because they know what you're doing. And you're looking at someone and you are saying to them, listen to me, I know what I'm talking about. So I'm telling you, listen to me, I know what I'm talking about. And that's important, that you make that connection with the people you're actually trying to get the message across to. In a way, teaching is a little bit like selling. It has some elements of salesmanship in it. So if you're not ever going to be a good salesperson, in fact, the key to being a good salesperson is to have belief in what you're selling. And I've heard that from some very good salespeople I know. So in teaching, if you don't believe in what you're doing, how can you get that across? How can you get across that you believe in it when you don't? So you have to find things and ways of teaching which are things that you can really believe in and you feel strongly enough about to make a good effort and connect and help to connect the kids with it. Now, this can be really difficult with the curriculum that sometimes we have, because it's not always developed with the kids in mind, and it needs to be. When I say it's not developed with the kids in mind, it's sometimes developed with the marketplace in mind. So, you know, it's a little bit of 6 one and half it is the other, but if you don't engage them, they're not going anywhere. So let's engage them first, worry about the marketplace last, because actually we need them to get the tools first. So imagine you're trying to get a child to read. And I've heard lots of teachers say, you know, I keep hearing this, oh, they're below, they're below, they're below, they're below. Well, what are you doing about it? Are you boring them more? Are you engaging them? How? What are you doing? Are you talking to the parents? Are you helping them to have books at home and read to their children at night and show a good reading role model? And are you reading at school to them, or are you just trying to fit it in with a feed and read? Because feed and read is on their time, not yours. Not good. Think about it. Why should they eat and listen to you read it? So if they like doing that, I don't think that's a problem. But I think you should let them vote on it, because maybe they don't want to, or they opt in and they opt out, because it could be that they need a rest by then. On the other hand, it might work quite well for you. So that's really up to you, but make the choice based on something that you have really thought about and you've consulted with the children about, not just you make the choice. So suppose you're trying to get them to read. What are you going to do? I've got news for you. The best answer is read to them. It is top, read to them. But if you're a boring reader, what are you going to do? You better improve your skills, because actually, if you're not a good storyteller and you're a good reader, you're going to be a rotten teacher. So you need to think about what you can do to improve your storytelling. And there are lots of ways around that. I'll have some more work on that later, but they involve things like using voices. You know, don't just read the words on the page. And do you ask questions in the middle of a story? Sometimes you do. What might happen next? Oh, hey, this is such a cool story. I'm enjoying reading the story. What do you think might happen next? Get them engaged in that way. Get them to tell you something about, well, you know, Little Red Riding Hood, who did she live with? I've forgotten now. I'm so old, I don't remember. Can you tell me who she lived with? Well, I happen to know that one of her things that she did was she went out into the forest and she came across a wolf. Do you know that story? Oh, well, I've got the book about it. Let's have a look at it. Oh, here's the first page. Look at the picture. What do you think might be happening? Oh, so you know the story. That's really interesting. So who do you think's in the story then? Can you tell me about some of the characters that are in there? So you're scaffolding them, you're getting what they already know, and you're going to build on that. But you're also motivating them. So how about some drama? Could we do some drama in the middle of a story? Do we have to wait till the end and then do a role play about it? Got news for you, role play is not drama. Role play is not drama. Role play is copying something that happened in the story, copying the people. So have a think about what you can learn about doing drama in your classroom. And anyone can do it. You don't have to be a great drama teacher. You just need to be a little bit committed to it. So we're talking about engaging students, aren't we? We're talking about being passionate. We're talking about having some charisma. We're talking about your personality. Now, let me tell you, quite frankly, if you don't have that kind of charisma, if you can't make that kind of connection, if you do not like talking to people and you're not a people person, don't go teaching. They would be better off, honestly. The children will be better off with a rugby coach who's got no academic qualifications. I'm not saying rugby coaches don't, but they would be better off with someone with no academic qualifications and a passion for teaching and connecting with them than somebody who's got a PhD and is a boring nerd. So don't go teaching, do some research, do something else, but you're in the wrong job. So that's my snippet for today. And I've got Tiki here. Tiki's my dog. Would you like to meet my dog? Here he is. This is Tiki. Tiki, say hello. Look, there we go. Say hello. Tiki's a Bichon Frise, and he's a very intelligent little dog because I'm teaching him to learn lots of new words. I'm very passionate about that. Okay, so that's my lot for today, and I hope that you got something out of it. Look, please leave questions, leave comments, and subscribe and like the video, because I really want to do this more, and I know that I can help you. I'm building a Facebook channel, a Facebook page, big one, with lots of groups. You can join groups. I'm going to run workshops. I'm going to have all sorts of things going, not just for you, for me too, because I am really worried and I want you to succeed in your classrooms. Parents, I can help you too, so don't muck around. Please subscribe. See you later. Bye.